Here are two methods for solving linear equations. Remember, the goal is to isolate the variable and find out what its value is. Example 1, x plus 3 equals 19. This method is called the onion method, where you isolate the variable by working through different layers of the equation. I circle the variable first, x, and then I circle what's immediately next to it, next. And what I do is do the opposite of whatever that step is. So if it's a plus 3, I do minus 3, making sure I do it on both sides of the equation. And when I do 19 minus 3, I get x equals 16. Second method is using tiles to model the equation. Still, the goal is at the end to isolate x, and I'm going to use this bar as a symbol for x, and I'm going to use 3 circles with positive sign as a symbol for plus 3, and I put equals, and then I'm going to use the circles again with positive signs to represent positive 19. Now, to get x by itself, I have to remove those circle tiles that are next to the bar that represents x. So to do that, I need to use the opposites of positive 3, which is negative 3. I draw 3 tiles with negative signs in them. And I do the same thing on the other side of the equation. 3 negative circles. Okay, so I've isolated x, which is the bar, and there are 16 positive circles remaining, and I write x equals 16. This is a different equation. 2x plus 5 equals 13. First method, the onion method, work from the outside, from the inside, and work outside. Okay, so I wrote the equation again. I circle the variable x. Then I circle what is immediately next to it, which is 2. Then the one on the outside, which is plus 5. And I work from the outside in. Okay, so if it's plus 5, I do the opposite, which is minus 5. It's like peeling back a layer. 2x equals 13 minus 5 is 8. That's what's remaining. I do the circles again. Next layer. The opposite of multiplying by 2 is divide by 2. Do it on both sides, and I get 8 divided by 2 is 4. X equals 4. Now modeling with the tiles. In this example, there are 2 x's, so I draw 2 bars, and there is plus 5. That means 5 circle tiles with positive signs in them. It is equal to 13, so I draw 13 positive tiles. Now the goal is to get x by itself, so I'm going to remove the circle tiles first by doing the opposite. And the opposite of positive 5 is negative 5. Okay, those cancel. Positive 5 and negative 5 cancel. What I do on one side of the equation, I do on the other side. So I draw 5 negative tiles again. Cancel 5 positive tiles with 5 negative tiles. The remaining is 8 positive tiles. Now I still have 2 bars. I need to get it down to 1 bar. So I'm going to redraw what I have remaining. What's cancelled, I don't redraw it. So 2x equals 8. And if it was negative, I would draw negative signs in the tiles, but this is positive. Okay, now to get x by itself, I need to split those 2 bars into 1 bar and split the circle tiles into 2 groups because there are 2 bars. So 4 circle tiles in each group. So that represents 1x equals positive 4. And I'm circling that right now. 1x equals positive 4. And I don't need to say 1x, I just say x. X equals 4.